one of the things I was going to mention, and I don't know if we covered it last time at all, was people of the past, how, sometimes we've taken different paths. And what really made me think of this to begin with is I had someone that I went to high school with, and they've recently, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. There's somebody that I went to high school with, and they've recently been in the news. And they've been on Kingsport Times, New York Times, USA Today, the Daily News in the UK. So they're getting to be known, but they're getting to be known for all the wrong reasons. They're getting to be known because they've become a stalker who have taken pictures of women outside of like shopping centers, and then their case has been brought back in front of the judge to rule that um, him taking pictures of the women isn't against the law. So that's somebody that I went to high school with, graduated
Oh,
with,
wow.
made international news. So
Wow.
very, very interesting story. And it was weird because someone posted on my Facebook, or not my Facebook, they posted on Facebook, and my mother sent me the article to it today. So, and then this guy had been in trouble many years ago as well. He's banned from the town of Wise. He's banned from the limits.
Oh, wow. Is
Yeah,
that is that like a weird feeling, or it's kind of interesting when you're in a story. So like we live in Michigan right now, and our governor has really like cracked down on things. So obviously most of the news we get is about her and what she's doing for the state, either whether you're for or against it during this pandemic. However, I thought it was just us. Like, we're like, this is just kind of, we're consumed with this because this is where we live.
right.
And then we have like Cecily Strong on Saturday Night Live does like a whole bit about her. And then you start to read, I get like daily news coming in from like New York Times and a couple other places, and they're mentioning her like all the time. And now like The Onion and another one I listen to, like Babylon Bee, which are satirical news sources, are mentioning her like all the time. And it's this weird thing because it was like, I didn't realize it was like national news because I was in the bubble. Like
Right.
that's part of my bubble that I'm
Yeah.
in. And I didn't realize that it's like bigger than my bubble. And it sounds like this is kind of the same way of like, it's kind of a weird feeling of like when you think that this is just kind of small, like,
Yeah.
my bubble news, and then you realize that, oh, the New York Times picked this up.
Well, yeah, that's
Like
what.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, it like I was looking at it a few weeks ago when I wrote the question down for the discussion, and it was a guy that I knew in high school. We weren't really close or anything, but we hung out a few times. Like we went to a movie. I think we went to like 2 or 3 movies and hung out, played basketball together. So we were on the same team for about 3 years, but we never got close. I didn't really know much about him, but it was just weird seeing even a few years ago when he had been arrested, he was like in the like the Coalfield Times, Kingsport Times, kind of small town stuff. And then I assumed this would be the same thing, but when I type his name in, you get the daily news from the UK, an article in the USA Today, New York Times, Charlotte Observer, plus all the smaller ones. And then I see the comments, 4.2 thousand comments, hundreds of comments here, and I'm like, wow. I used to go to the games with this guy. He used to be the point guard, and I was the number two guard. So it was
Yeah.
weird, especially the things. I'm like, I wish that I had the publicity that he had for the show, not for anything criminal, but he has all this publicity, all these people posting his. He's got more shares on his mugshot than we've got all put together. And I'm like, it's just so weird how that happens. So weird. And then I went back through the comments a couple of weeks ago, and several people had said, yeah, this guy used to do this back when he worked at Pizza King. And I'm like, wow, he worked at Pizza King when he was my teammate. So this stuff was going on then as well. I guess not the cell phone, not the taking of the
Yeah.
pictures, but being like, like I'm trying to think of a PG-13 term, like sexually like vulgar toward women, and who knew? No, no one knew. So it's very odd.
Side note: is Pizza King still a thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I heard they
yeah.
were closing.
They did away with their 2 for Tuesday.
Oh, that was like my whole
Yeah.
college life was a two
Now
for Tuesday.
it may be closing that I don't know about it, but as far as I
No,
know,
this was like this. I heard about this maybe months ago,
okay,
maybe like
okay.
6, 8 months ago. Okay, that makes me feel better.
Well, what's weird on this? You mentioned Pizza King, so I've been training someone at the radio station, so I've been a little bit bored, so I've just kind of looked up random things. So I just happened to look up Adam and Jake, and I think is what I looked up, or maybe no, I think it was the Midnight Mutants, Adam and Jake, or something like that. So the article from the UVAY's paper came up that you wrote that said how the Midnight Mutants are putting out a CD.
Oh
So at the
yeah,
bottom of the page is an ad for Pizza King Pizza, and it had the prices for the pizza at the time.
because they were $2 for $5. Wait, what were they?
It was 2 for $6.
$2 for $6. Because
Yeah.
my roommate and I would get it every single Tuesday. I'm
Was it
telling you,
Andrew
that's
Step?
Andrew Step. That was the best. That is the best pizza in the state of Virginia. I stand by that. I've never had a slice of pizza that could compare with that pizza in the state of Virginia.
See, they've changed the cheese that they use,
Oh
and it's
no.
not as good as it was. It tastes like fake cheese now.
You know what two foods remind me of Wise?
Or
Pizza King
pizza? Okay.
and
Party?
the spicy chicken sandwiches from Hardee's. Because we used to get those all the time.
Those
They
are
were
good.
so good. I don't
Those
even know if they have
are
them
good.
anymore. I don't. I live in downtown Detroit. We have no fast food.